says it's expected to save $1 million this year. So what about families' concerns?
We really tried to make the decisions that would have the least negative impacts on people.
It's my absolute favorite taco spot.
In the meantime, while saying goodbye to summer, kids are excited to get back to class.
But they like school too, they like to learn.
Though it may mean slightly earlier wake-up times for some of them.
Tacoma Public Schools also wants to make sure that families know breakfast and lunch are free for all students and they don't need to do anything to qualify. If students bring some food but forget a snack or a drink, they can always get those items for free.
The last 9 months have been incredibly tough for us as a family.
The Princess of Wales making a big announcement, completing her chemotherapy treatment. A glimpse into her cancer journey. Plus, Boeing reaches a tentative deal with the Machinists Union as a strike looms. We're breaking down what's in the possible 4-year contract and what needs to happen to get the deal done.
And severe weather can be costly for communities and individuals. And nearly a quarter of homeowners say they aren't prepared for those expenses. I'm Kirsten Garris in Washington, D.C. with what you can do before.
This season, fall into Coeur d'Alene. Fall is a great time to visit Coeur d'Alene. With awesome weather, fall color cruises, exciting events, a variety of food, beer, and wine selections, and amazing accommodations. It's the perfect time to stay and play in CDA. Visit cdafall.com for more information.
Wire's neat, orderly, and labeled.
Pristine, isn't it?
Better than code. I guess that's why you call it a signature install.
Precision doesn't happen by accident. We insist our installers do all the little things that make a big difference in the performance of your home's electrical system.
It's a difference that's easy to see.
Backed by the best guarantees and warranties in the business.
They want to be astronauts and dancers. They want to be rock stars and firefighters and superheroes. Every kid wants to be something, but no kid wants to be a patient. That's why at Mary Bridge Children's, we combine cutting-edge pediatric research with compassionate solutions, because comprehensive care means doing everything we can to help kids get back to being whatever they dream of being.
It's Blackberry Smoke at Emerald Queen Casino Event Center, Thursday, October 24th. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Blackberry Smoke, a live performance that'll rattle your core. Coming to the Emerald Queen Casino Event Center, Thursday, November 14th. It's War. The World is a Ghetto 50th Anniversary Tour. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
We all love recipes with garlic, but trying to use an awkward garlic press makes a smelly mess. Casino.
Natural disasters are getting more intense, and a new survey shows many homeowners admit they are not prepared to fix potential damages and to pay for it. KIRO 7's Kirsten Garris explains what you can do to get ready ahead of the next storm.
Well, Dee, the federal government has tracked nearly 20 events that caused more than $1 billion in losses this year alone. And it's just not costly for communities and for states. This is also a big cost for individual homeowners. Now, some people are taking preventative action to try to minimize that damage before storms hit. Whether you have some warning.
We're going to get everything out we can of value, and then the rest of it we'll offer to the river gods.
Or none at all.
I watched it rise, just kept rising.
Recovering from severe weather is challenging. A new Bankrate survey finds more than 1 in 4 homeowners say they're unprepared for those potential costs associated with major storms. It also reveals some homeowners haven't taken any proactive measures to minimize future damage, though about 39% of them say they have reviewed their home insurance policies.
That is really good because that's the first step every homeowner needs to take, is to understand what the weather events are and to know if they're covered.
Shannon Martin is an analyst with Bankrate. She says insurance companies are starting to change how they're covering weather damage. This means you could have a coverage gap within your current policy.
So you may have been covered for wildfire the past 5 years you've owned your home. Next year you might not be. So it's important to understand how your policy can change.
Martin also recommends having an emergency savings account to cover an insurance deductible, which can vary depending on where you live.
In the South or in the West, you might have a percentage-based fire deductible, wind deductible. You may have 3 different policies to cover your home, which means your deductible could be thousands upon thousands of dollars.
And Dee Dee, some homeowners are also taking some steps to try to weatherproof their homes. This includes things like installing hurricane shutters or elevating their home's foundation. So big things for people on the East Coast here.
Yeah, that flooding is a concern here on the West Coast. Thanks so much, Kirsten, live in D.C. In California, raging wildfires have already destroyed over 20,000 acres along the San Bernardino National Forest, which is about 65 miles east of Los Angeles. It has threatened tens of thousands of buildings and has already forced many to leave their homes. Governor Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency to get more resources to the local departments in desperate need of the extra help. Meanwhile, here at home, Nick, things have been improving because we have cooler weather and we're about to get a little bit of rain.
And we need both. We really do. I mean, just to put the fire season to an end if we can. Now, rainfall, yes, we have some coming. It won't be anything terribly substantial, but it's still going to be rain. It's the cooler weather that I think is really helping us out. You can see out there right now, depending on where you are, it's pretty much just cloudy. In theory, we're going to my graphics. In theory? Uh-oh, something's going on with the graphics. You know what happened? I walked in the building. Because I was outside earlier today.
Things like to break when you walk in.
It's a curse. And you know what? But I'm consistently good at that. I wanted to show you, if you look Thursday, we hit 90. Friday was 88. And then we fell back into the 70s. And we are on our way to much cooler weather for the rest of the week. For some context, your normal now is 74. And we are at 63. And it's what, 12, 16 right now. And you can tell cloudy skies all over. Now, there are a few breaks. There are. But very few. And what I think you'll find, just more and more sun breaks as the day goes on, but staying overall mostly cloudy, getting to about 71. Not really all that warm, below average, and yes, below yesterday's 73, 75, 76, depending on which city you live in. About 69 for Gig Harbor, 73 in Tacoma, 73 for Puyallup, Auburn, the South Hill, Des Moines, Kent, and Covington in the low 70s. Upper 60s for Marysville, Granite Falls, Snohomish, Lake Stevens, Monroe, cloudy again, turning mostly cloudy at best. So most of us just see a few sun breaks. Bellingham 65, Mount Vernon 68, Langley 69, and about 73, 74 from Olympia to Centralia, but also just cloudy to mostly cloudy. Tomorrow, I think you might have a tiny bit of clearing early, but actually clouds increase a little bit. We're going to look at the timing of this coming up. That will lead to some showers tomorrow night into Wednesday morning, decreasing during the day, but still around. And look at those temperatures. Mid-60s. Upper 60s Thursday and Friday and drier. And while I don't see a lot of rain for Saturday, I think at least some scattered showers in mid-60s and staying, on the mostly cloudy side of things Sunday. Also only in the mid and upper 60s.
Yeah, it's my time of year.
You love it.
Thanks so much, Nick. Okay, we have some new developments for you in the University of Idaho quadruple murder trial. The judge announced the location of the trial will be moved out of Moscow. The judge said he was concerned about Koberger's ability to get a fair trial at the Leda County Courthouse and also had some staffing concerns. Lawyers for the suspect, Brian Koberger, pushed to move the trial to Boise. However, it's not clear yet where that trial will take place. Days before a major deadline, Boeing says it has reached a tentative deal with the union for a new 4-year contract. But first, more than 30,000 employees must decide for themselves in a vote on Thursday. It comes at a pivotal time for Boeing as it works to regain public trust amid quality and safety issues. Boeing promised workers that if it launches a new plane in the next 4 years, it will be built in our area. The aerospace giant also says it will lower out-of-pocket medical costs and raise wages by 25% over those 4 years. Union President John Holden said the deal is a, quote, give and take, but he called it the best contract in the union's history. Right now, NASA scientists are taking a close look at Boeing's Starliner to figure out exactly what went wrong on its voyage. The Starliner returned to Earth on Saturday without its crew of 2 astronauts. Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams are still at the International Space Station, waiting on the arrival of a SpaceX Dragon capsule this month. That will carry them home in February. Starliner's future is now up in the air. Boeing and NASA will need to decide the program's next steps, which could include more test flights.
I cannot tell you what a relief it is to have finally completed my chemotherapy treatment.
That was Catherine, Princess of Wales, telling the world she is entering a new phase of recovery as she has completed chemotherapy. She shared this video of her and her family this morning, some intimate moments that she's sharing. She said she will gradually return to the public life in the months ahead. The princess revealed she had been diagnosed with cancer in March, and now she is saying that she's entering that new phase of recovery with a renewed sense of hope and appreciation for life. Families from Olympia to Georgia are grieving after a family member was killed in a head-on crash. We're hearing from those who were also in that car how they're dealing with their loss. Plus, the new iPhone being debuted today, how the new technology is purposely built for generative AI. The preview of the new gadget ahead. And coming up on CBS in primetime at 7:30, Entertainment Tonight, followed by 3 hours of NCIS. Watch Kiro 7 tonight at 11, followed up by The Late Show with Stephen Colbert at 11:30.
They want to be astronauts and dancers. They want to be rock stars and firefighters and superheroes. Every kid wants to be something, but no kid wants to be a patient. That's why at Mary Bridge Children's, we combine cutting-edge pediatric research with compassionate solutions, because comprehensive care means doing everything we can to help kids get back to being whatever they dream of being.
This season, fall into Coeur d'Alene. With awesome weather, fall color cruises, exciting events, a variety of food, beer, and wine selections, and amazing accommodations. It's the perfect time to stay and play in CDA.
It's Fight Night, live boxing at Emerald Queen Casino Event Center. Saturday, October 19th. A full evening of boxing action. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Make it a destination event. It's Blackberry Smoke at Emerald Queen Casino Event Center, Thursday, October 24th. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. It's Blackberry Smoke at Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
S Plumbing is the most comprehensive plumbing operation in the area.
If we say we're going to do something, we need to back it up and do it. Otherwise, our reputation is nothing.
One call, total solution, carefree for the customer. That's the best way.
The Eagle has landed. That's one small step for man.
Hey, what's up?
Houston, we have a situation. How did you get here?
Your character's in our video game.
Video game?
Yeah, it's what we do with Xfinity 10G. It's like, the best network imaginable.
What the heck is that?
Those are the bad guys.
Are they friendly?
The 10G network, only from Xfinity. One giant leap for mankind.
Wire's neat, orderly, and labeled.
Pristine, isn't it?
Better than code. I guess that's why you call it a signature install.
Precision doesn't happen by accident. We insist our installers do all the little things that make a big difference in the performance of your home's electrical system.
It's a difference that's easy to see.
Backed by the best guarantees and warranties in the business.
Now, or go to sonobello.com.
New today, a push to make it easier to receive mental health treatments. The White House announced a new initiative that will require insurance companies to add more providers to coverage plans and reduce the red tape they're forced to deal with. It would also enforce a 2008 federal law requiring equal coverage for mental health. Advocates say many families are forced to go out of network and pay higher fees for treatment, even when they do have insurance.
There's so many barriers to finding accessible, affordable, timely care that basically these rules are trying to tighten up those loopholes and make sure that every insurer is providing better, more appropriate care.
Most parts of the proposal are set to go into effect for the 2025 health plans, but they could be delayed by legal challenges from the healthcare industry. Donald Trump's social media company is in a deep slump, which has wiped out a huge chunk of his net worth. Shares of Trump Media and Technology Group dropped last week to their lowest level since the company went public this spring. It's lost about 3/4 of its value since peaking in late March. Another financial woe for a big discount retailer. Today, Big Lots announced that it's filing for bankruptcy, blaming several economic factors, including high inflation and interest rates. Big Lots is in the process of closing roughly 300 of its 1,400 stores across the United States, including several in Washington. The company said more store closures could be coming. Apple is in the middle of unveiling the first lineup of the iPhones purposefully built for generative AI. CEO Tim Cook says the iPhone 16 will be the first mobile device built from the ground up to better support the company's new AI software, Apple Intelligence. And there will also be a dedicated camera button. The company will also show off the new round of Apple Watches as well as AirPods. Let's take a live look now at the big board on Wall Street, where the Dow Jones Industrial Average up 400 points right now at this noon hour. It's a good day for the Dow. So let's check in on some local stocks as well. You can see that Microsoft and Amazon are both up. Amazon about 1.5%. Boeing right now up nearly 3.5% as news comes today of the talks between Boeing and its machinists and their possible contract. And coming up on KARA 7 News at noon, we're hearing from a dad who was hit by a drunk driver, what he wants to see change when it comes to driving under the influence. Plus, bullying and violent student behavior is top of mind for families and school leaders. What is parents and teachers saying? It feels like there are no consequences.
Uncruise is the antithesis of the cruise industry. We're everything that the big ships aren't. Small vessels under 100 passengers. And we're really about adventure travel, whether it's in Alaska, Hawaii, Baja California, the Galapagos. You can actually experience nature. We actually see and feel and touch. It's really about guiding you to places you've never been before. And that is Uncruise Adventures.
This season, fall into Coeur d'Alene. With awesome weather, fall color cruises, exciting events, a variety of food, beer, and wine selections, and amazing accommodations. It's the perfect time to stay and play in CDA.
They want to be astronauts and dancers. They want to be rock stars and firefighters and superheroes. Every kid wants to be something, but no kid wants to be a patient. That's why at Mary Bridge Children's, we combine cutting-edge pediatric research with compassionate solutions. Because comprehensive care means doing everything we can to help kids get back to being whatever they dream of being.
It's Fight Night, live boxing at Emerald Queen Casino Event Center. Saturday, October 19th. A full evening of boxing action. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Make it a destination event. It's Blackberry Smoke at Emerald Queen Casino Event Center, Thursday, October 24th. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. It's Blackberry Smoke at Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
On the Go Moving and Storage is the Puget Sound's top-rated moving and storage company. And for a limited time, get 10% off any move. Whether you're moving your home or business, we've got you covered. On the Go Moving and Storage. Moving you can rely on.
We all love recipes with garlic, but trying to use an awkward garlic press makes a smelly mess.